Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Chit Chat with Shehla, and welcome to all. Please comment. We have a lovely guest here. I will introduce her and then she will come on. Our guest is a freelance host, an entertainment journalist, and an entrepreneur. She founded AB & Co. Jewellery in 2013, which is doing remarkably well. She has a special passion for media and has started a Facebook cooking page by the name of My Stove, which is very successful and has got thousands of members. She also has a huge following on Instagram, which goes by the same name, My Stove. Before I bring her on, I have found this quote, which I dedicate to her. It's by Margaret Wheatley. I believe we can change the world if we start listening to one another again. Simple, honest, human conversations. I met our beautiful host, our guest today, as a host on her cooking show. And from the first minute I spoke to her, I just fell in love with her. She is so full of life. She is so friendly, so down to earth. And you can tell that she is genuinely interested in people and getting to know them. So I won't waste any more time. I'm just going to call our beautiful guest, AB from AB & Co. Jewellery and My Stove, on to the show. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello, everybody. Toodles.
Toodles. I nailed you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
How
you.
are you?
Shehla, I'm overwhelmed. Honestly, I am overwhelmed and I don't know what to say. You're such a sweetheart and I feel honored to be on your show. You yourself, you're doing a spectacular job. So big shout out to you and cheers to you. Yes.
Thank you so much. You know, whatever I'm doing started after your show. It gave me the confidence and I started doing it. But I really am an ardent admirer of your show, which is doing remarkably well. So, in your own words, maybe introduce yourself and tell us about your dual qualifications, master qualifications as well.
There are people who are much more qualified than myself. I like to study. I always had a passion to do something in life, especially in the academic field. So my first master's, I remember when I went for my viva, the teacher asked me, so what do you plan to do, intend to do in the future? And at that time, I had just gotten married. So I said nothing. I just wanted to do masters for myself. Just to have that stamp on my certificate for my satisfaction, and that's it. And
Wow.
she was very impressed, and she looked at me. She said, "Really, you're not going to do anything?" I said, "No, I just want to chill and relax." But after my second master's, I said, you know what? I really, it's something I need to do in life, for which I am truly blessed that I chose the profession to be the speech language pathologist, working with humanity, which I absolutely love. So I'm humbled that I was able to do that.
Beautiful, and you're doing a great job. So, what was the first master's?
It was in applied psychology.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yes. Applied psychology, applied to people, right?
Very interesting, both of them. So the second master's you've done, you're utilizing that in your day-to-day job. Is that correct?
Yes, since 2006, mashallah. Yes.
Wow, wow. So when did you move to US?
Long time back, I think zillion years ago. So, it's been like more than 20 years, mashallah.
Right.
And and I have been living here, working here, meeting wonderful, beautiful people, uh, especially now via my stove all over the world, like yourself.
Mm.
So this is something I enjoy. I like meeting people, inspirational people, because there's so
Yes.
much to learn from each other, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? When I spoke to you before the show, it just broke a barrier for myself as well. This cultural diversity, to meet different people from different cultures, such a great thing to do. So I'm just going to go through some comments, Abi. Aisha Siddiq is here saying, hello, beautiful. Faria Karamat is here. Hi, Faria. Um, and there is other people watching as well. So please write down your comments so I can know who's watching and I can tell AB as well. So tell us about the jewelry business. How did that idea come about?
Shehla Jan, basically, I am a Bechanru. So I like to explore. I'm an explorer. So I thought that, okay, why not, get into business? Just try this. I never knew I had a business streak. I'm not even sure, even now, still now, I have a business streak. But I said, you know what? How about I give it a try? So my friend, she arranged a vendors event, and she had very selective vendors. And she said, why don't you hop on? So I went there. I had just, my first batch of jewelry. I went there, and it was, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, it was sold like peanuts. And I got that boost. I said, you know what? I think I can do this.
Wow.
So the next I decided, I said that, you know what, I am going to enter into this industry with a dhamaka, like it has to be something creative, original. So I just don't want to be restricted to going to events. And I mean, it's great to go to events, but I wanted to do something hatke. So I
Hmm.
decided, with a few friends who were already seasoned event planners, I asked them if they could help me. Because arranging an event, you cannot do it with everybody. And then I had an acquaintance at that time, who we shared a stall together. So when we shared it together, we just got such positive energy. You don't have to know a person for a very long time. Sometimes you just meet a person and you just hit off, right? So
Absolutely.
I asked her, I said that, if you could come and you do your clothing fashion show and I do my jewelry fashion show, let's make it a musty, a spicy, with the Punjabi ganas and, the Nazia Hassan Gana.
Wow.
Present who we are. But it has to be like, only for ladies. Anybody can come, but we wanted the selective gentry. So, because we have so many events in the US, and they are mostly the mixed events, and people from all walks of life, they come, and which is great. But we
Hmm.
wanted to have just a selective, at the same time, commercial public event for the community. We have a wonderful, wonderful community here, very supportive, and only for ladies. So I have to say proudly that we were, our team, the name of our event was Glitz and Glamour. And we were, I think, the pioneers in arranging such events only for ladies in the tri state area. Because after that, then a lot of event planners, they started just for ladies' night and stuff like that. So it was at a smaller scale. But then the next time we did, it was like we had 200 people, and we had lots of
Wow.
vendors from different businesses, and we hired a modeling agency, and we had all the
Nice.
Punjabi ganas like Chitta Kukkad Banere Te, and Meethi Hai, something like. So people, they loved it because that's our culture, and we should be proud of our culture. And I wanted to represent Pakistan, and I wanted to represent that if I'm the designer, then this is, or my friend is a designer, or we are hosting this, then it must reflect our culture. So
Absolutely.
people, they loved it. Women, they loved it. And our society, our community over here in the US, my friends, uh, they are wonderful, so supportive. So it's because of them, their love, that I was able to flourish into my jewelry business.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So, where do you source your jewelry from? What kind of jewelry is it? Are you wearing one? Is this yours?
No, actually, this is not mine. This I got it from Turkey. Yes.
Okay.
I was thinking of, but then it was too late. I said no, I'm not wearing my jewelry right now. Well, I cater for, like, both the bridal, the formal wear, semi-formal wear, and I have from like different parts of the world. Some I get from Pakistan, some India, some Turkey, some Morocco, and some I design myself. So
Oh,
I'm very selective when it comes to, because there are so many people who are doing jewelry. So I want to
hmm.
have different stuff, unique stuff, which I am going to buy myself. So I post pictures and sell something which I would get, and my prices I also keep the prices which I would be comfortable buying. So
Yes.
Alhamdulillah, by Allah's grace, it's going well.
Beautiful.
It's okay.
So, Abby, are you just supplying it in US or do you supply it internationally as well?
I do it internationally, Alhamdulillah.
Oh,
Yes, I have.
wonderful. I think I have missed it. Would you mind saying the name? Is it on Instagram or Facebook? Where do you?
Yes, it
Uh,
is on both AB and Co Jewelry, and on
okay.
Instagram it's Blingy007. Wanted to add some spice to it, so yeah, so I changed my name to Blingy007.
Blingy007. Okay, that's nice. I've missed that. I will definitely look it up. Alia Ahmed is here as well. Hi, Alia. And there are other people watching. Do put comments down so we can see who's watching. So, okay, you wrote in your bio about the fashion shows and the music events. Was that to do with this jewelry
Yes,
and the fashion event?
it,
Okay.
it was my first time and my friend's first time arranging a fashion show. So it was a lot of fun and a lot of new people we met, a lot of makeup artists and people from different businesses, and even guests who were attending. I've met so many people and made friends with who attended our show. So, and like
Beautiful.
I said, we have a wonderful community here, a wonderful, wonderful community, huge
Yes.
community. So they were a big support.
So are you still doing these events or, I mean, obviously not in COVID times?
Um, just did two. People were after us, they were asking us that we love this show. It's so different, and the gentry is so nice. We feel so comfortable because it was for women and
Hmm.
educated women. Most of the women, I mean, even with the hijab, the religious, the non-religious, like myself, all sorts of women, they were over there,
Hmm.
and they were comfortable. So
Yeah.
arranging an event at this scale, it really needs a lot of hard work and dedication.
Hmm.
And it's not easy. It's not easy to arrange. So we just did two. After that,
It's,
with our own selves, but people have been after us that, why don't you do this? And now thanks to Corona, right? So what do you
it's
do?
But going back on when you say arranging events, they're not easy. And the people who come, they think it's easy. They find faults, minor faults in such so much effort goes into doing that. Also, the fact that you women coming together, I think it's such a huge thing. Even for this group that I started, it was the pure reason was women somehow find it more comfortable to express themselves when it's all women together. So yeah, I'm sure they must have really enjoyed, and with the bhangra music and to let your hair down.
Yeah.
I wish I was living in
Shehla,
US.
I know you would have had so much fun. The thing is that uh, constructive criticism is
Hmm.
always healthy. It's good because perfection, you cannot find perfection.
Hmm.
Like, you had put a post as well. So
Hmm.
you should do your best, but don't run after don't focus too much on perfection. Otherwise,
True.
it's not good for mental health. uh, Events, when you plan events, they should be fun, and you should
Yes.
enjoy, and you should have a bigger heart to accept the criticism. Of course, you cannot
Mhm.
please everybody, but as long as it's a constructive criticism, please, more than welcome, more the merrier. This is how
Yeah.
you grow, you evolve.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Um, Tell us a bit about your current role, Abby. What you're doing with the? Is it primarily with kids you work?
Yes, so I work with both kids and with geriatric population. And with kids, I'm working with school age kids right now with like different disorders ranging from articulation, a phonology disorder to autism, and stuttering, fluency disorders. And with the adults, I go to a nursing home. It's an assisted living facility, and I work there, cognitive and swallowing disorders. Yes.
Wow, that must be very rewarding working in a setting like that, right?
Extremely rewarding, Shehla, especially the geriatric population, that era, people belonging to a specific era. We have so much to learn from them, and they are so inspirational. And
Hmm.
every time when I see a client, I feel that I'm learning every day from them, and I hope that they are learning from me as well.
I'm
So
sure.
our goal is, yes, to serve humanity and to make their more functional. And that's the most rewarding thing. I love what I do, and I'm blessed that I'm in this profession where I work with, I make changes in people's lives in a constructive, positive way.
Such a great big thing, and I'm sure they love your energy. Whenever I've seen you, whenever I've spoken to you, even off the live shows and off the camera,
Well, yeah,
you're
I
always smiling and
hope
laughing.
so, right?
Sorry.
Because ye do din ki hai. So one should enjoy in a
Hmm.
nice way and smile. Smile is also sadka jariya. So, and it's free. It
Hmm.
doesn't come with a cost. So love people, have respect for them. You love them, they will love you back. Um, this is what I believe in.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell us about My Stove. How did that start? What was the aim behind it? Are you a foodie? How did that come about? Apologies
Foodie,
for
no,
that.
I'm a big time foodie. No doubt about it. I love food. I admire food of any culture, any cuisine, as long as it is delicious and it is halal. Uh, I try it. I love it. So, my stove, the thing is that in April last year, I was approached by a very good friend of mine. She moved to Dubai from the US. So she messaged me and she said she's a professional chef. So she said that, and I had interviewed her 3 years ago. I started this Amina's Directory YouTube channel where I used to interview Pakistanis, Americans who were contributing something positive to the society. So I
Okay.
had interviewed her then, and we clicked and we had a very nice energy. So she messaged me and she said, why don't you, it's like Corona thing is happening, why don't you interview me? Let's have a session together virtually. So I said, let me think about it. I'm not sure because I wasn't comfortable doing a show
Hmm.
virtually. I'd never done it before. So I said, I don't know if I'll be able to get people's attention um, and involve them. So I said, okay, let me think about it. Okay, over the years, I have trained myself that I try to listen more and take my time to respond, apart from being on my stove and on your channel right now.
I
So
love your
I thought
honesty.
about it. I said, "Cha, so what should I I said, I put two and two together. मैंने कहा क्या करें, करूँ ना करूँ, what should I do? एक तरफ से आवाज के don't do it. I I messaged her after a week and I said, you know what? Her name is Sana Rizvi, and she's very dear to my heart because she was our first guest on my stove. So we have made memories together. It was a big milestone. So I said, Sarah, listen, how about I interview globally? I invite people from different parts of the world and make it much more like, like richer and interesting. So she said, I think that's a fantastic idea. So I started with her. I wasn't sure in which direction I was going. I've always been inspired by cultures. I love traveling. I love different, like trying different cuisines. Even my family knows whenever we go to a different restaurant, I order something very traditional, what is like famous in that particular culture. So, and from that day onwards, things started shaping up. I started getting more people like, approaching me. Initially, I approached, but then, after like few of my sessions, then people from different walks of life started approaching that we would like to come and like,
Yes.
Uh, and we would like to, showcase. So it was like word of mouth then. So Alhamdulillah, I am so blessed, Shehla, that I have met such beautiful people via my stove. I cannot thank
Mm.
Allah Almighty for that. And this is how we met as well. I mean, via Bioapa, she introduced us, uh, and ever since then, there's no turning back, looking back. Every week, I have somebody new, somebody different from different parts of the world, and almost we schedule 2 months in advance. If there is a
Yeah.
cancellation in the middle, then I try to accommodate who's on the waiting list. So I'm loving it. There's so much to learn, and everybody is so talented. Um, yeah.
And you put in a lot of effort,
Did I
Ibi, into
answer your
your
question?
coursework. Sorry?
Did I answer your question?
Of
Yeah.
course you did. I love listening to you. And
I'm sorry, I'm messing up.
no, absolutely not. I was saying that you put so much effort into your show, and that's why it's doing so well. It shows you take a genuine interest in people. So, because I remember when I came on your show, you found out that I've got some Pathan blood, and you made an effort to learn a few sentences in Pashto, and that kind you're bringing a lot to the show, and mashallah, it's thriving, it's doing so well. There is some issue going on with the internet. I don't know if it's on my end, but my phone, although that's where I see the comments, because I can't read on my laptop who's giving these comments. Someone said, is this ethnic jewelry and is this available online? So yes, I think I missed it when the comment came in, but you've already answered that. It is available online, right? I think this connection is major hiccups today.
Yeah. No, it's okay. No worries.
You
Yes,
you
it
heard.
is available online. So if you go on Facebook AB Co group, my group is very active, AB and Co group. I also have page, but group is more active. And also on Instagram at Blingy007. It's not James Bond. It's Blingy007. Yes.
Nice name. I like that. Okay. So tell us now, because I know you
Shehla?
have a lot to share about cultural diversity and the community building. Why is it so important?
I feel that in order to flourish as a community and as a society, it's very important that we We learn from each other, we build our community, and we bring diversity. Because each culture is beautiful and it brings something unique to the table. And like, it contributes language skills, new ways of thinking, new knowledge, new experiences, and you start also thinking from other people's point of view, which solve a lot of miscommunications and help in problems. Plus, community building, I feel that uh, let's grow together. Let's support each other. Make your presence known. It's important. And you are a walking example, Shehla. I mean, I really admire you. You have a really big heart. You came on my show, but when you left, leave, you are such a big contributor of my show. You promote it big time, and you have promoted it, and you're still promoting. You post your recipes, though you have your own Instagram recipe page, but you always make an effort to post it on my stove. And I truly cherish all my members who contribute in any way, whatever they can easily do, whatsoever. Uh, there are members who are not into cooking, so they do not post, but they compensate by tuning in, by commenting, and by adding members, and that speaks for itself. And you have done all. Whenever I have a show and you have such a busy life, you are a multitasker, mashallah, and you're doing amazing, both shows, this show and
not as much as you,
which I really enjoy. I try to tune in. I feel like, you know what, that. But it's always based, anything you do is on reciprocal basis, right? So you are doing a terrific job, and this is how it should be. It's fun to promote each other, and
yes,
let's grow together. This is how we build our community. And the diversity part, there's so much to learn, Shehla. I feel there's so much ignorance at the same time. So when you respect other people's cultures, you in turn, you are respecting your own culture. And I feel that we are the representatives of our culture. We cannot blame people for their actions, whatever right or wrong they did. But how about ourselves? We take the responsibility ourselves and try to be good human beings and represent and be proud of being a Pakistani. Because, oh, whatever culture you're from, be proud of it. Because if you're proud of it, your kids are going to be proud of it. And believe me, the other cultures, they appreciate you more when you are proud of your heritage. Because there are some people, some parents, their kids get lost in the middle because the parents themselves, unfortunately, are lost. And they don't know what to do with the parents. It's a whole different conversation. We can talk for hours on that. But that's what I say to my kids, that you are a Pakistani American. Though you were born and raised here, but you will always be a Pakistani American. So be proud of your heritage, who you are, and try to advocate a good name of your culture, of your religion. So that's why I thought I was sick and tired of watching television and talking about negative things about Pakistan, about Islam, about all that stuff. You cannot generalize a religion or a country or a culture based on just a specific group of lunatics. You cannot do that, right? So I thought that how about I start my own group? Being a Pakistani American residing in America, let's bring all the cultures together. Let's show the world that we love everybody, you know. Let's spread peace, respect, mutual love. Uh, and it's a very simple thing, right? So that's what I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to bring other people together for this different diverse cultures together. So it becomes, my stove becomes a melting point, my own little domain, um, something which contributes something positive towards everybody.
Beautiful, beautifully said, Avi. And I totally agree with you. First and foremost, we've got to own our culture, and then we've got to accept other cultures and
Yes.
respect them. You are so right that if we respect our culture, we respect other cultures, that's how we come together. And coming together again, that is so important for everyone, it should be, and for myself, that we rise together. That was like one of the mottos when I started this group, Energy Room Share, because I just thought, there is so much of leg pulling going on, judgments going on. If a woman is doing well, it's the other women who pull her down. Why not build each other up together and support each other? So you're doing a wonderful job, and I need to read out a few comments. Apologies, guys, because my internet is on the phone playing up today. Sadaf Hosseini is saying, absolutely love AB jewelry. It's beautiful and very unique. Indeed, it is. And Sadaf also said, so true, agree that we have to support each other. Sorry, were you saying something? I'll just go through the comment because I think maybe we've...
Sadaf, she designed the...
Designs the... Sorry, can you repeat that?
I said Sadaf designed the Maestro logo. Yes, she did. And she's a big, big supporter.
Okay,
Very close
okay.
to my heart.
Lovely.
We haven't met physically. Isn't that a beauty? And we're still so connected. You can just feel it. You get the vibe. And,
yes.
And another thing, one thing I would like to highlight, in these years of my experience and living in the US, and now at the age of 16, I
of course
finally I feel we should that we surround around positive people. We don't need, nobody needs negative energy. Try to surround yourself with like-minded people. Believe in yourself. Surround with people who appreciate you in a constructive way and also criticize in a constructive way as well.
Yes.
You believe in yourself. Worry about the people who discourage you or who get threatened or who are overwhelmed. Because you know what? There are plenty of people, if your intentions are good, you will meet who are going to support you.
Exactly.
So be good, have good intentions. Allah will make ways for you. He will open the doors for you. And help others. I believe if you help others, Allah helps you. I am really big on this, that when you help somebody, Allah helps you. Always remember this.
Absolutely.
Shehla?
Alia from Canada is saying, I totally agree on our previous conversation. I've known Shehla from school time, and she was amazing back then and even more amazing now. Thank you, Alia. Good job, Shehla. Thank you for watching. Alia is also asking if you're okay to share where in America do you live?
I'm okay to share. Of course, I'm okay to share. I live in Alaska. Do you want to come and visit?
Why not, Alia?
No,
Is it
I'm just
okay?
kidding. I,
Well,
I'm based in Pennsylvania.
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 Once COVID is over, we can travel freely and you host an event. I'm definitely coming.
Inshallah, Tala, you're more than welcome, Shehla. You're more than welcome anytime. Anytime you're
And,
more than welcome to come and stay with
oh,
me.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. And you're most welcome to come to London. We're going to enjoy food together.
Thank you so much. I
Alia
know,
said you
right?
have to
We
visit.
can do a show together. Maybe you can
Oh, yes.
your energy, stuff like that. And I can cook,
Absolutely.
right? Or maybe you'll cook and I'll just talk and I'll enjoy.
You just do the show.
So
It
I'll
would
let you
be
do that.
It would be wonderful. Sadaf also said, so true, we need positive vibes all the way. Absolutely, Sadaf. So, Abi, we're coming to the end of the show. Much as I'd love to carry on talking to you, last segment. Do you want to sing a song, dance to a tune, or say out a verse or a quotation?
You know what? Actually, I brought this. I am going to share a poem.
Oh, perfect.
So I'm a little loose myself. It is like embedded somewhere there, right? Like I said, I'm a bitch and rue. So, but this poem of mine, I wrote myself, and it is my stove too. So we are talking about my stove and a little bit of cooking. So I wrote it and I posted it there a while ago. So I'm just going to share with the energy group with Chit Chat with Shehla. All right. So ready? Okay. So cooking is an art. It should start with a warm heart. A chef does his part when he cooks chicken, fish, and vegetables for someone who is smart. Do you like cherry tart? It is marked on today's chart. Let's make cooking fun and join my stove at a dot. Add it on your Facebook card. Cheers to happy cooking. That's it. Shehla, hello. You left me alone here?
I do apologize of all the days Wi-Fi had to be bad today. So hopefully it's going to keep running. If you started the poem, I apologize. Can you please go over it again?
Oh, okay. All right. So cooking is an art. It should start with a warm heart. A chef does his part when he cooks chicken, fish, and vegetables for someone who is smart. Do you like cherry tart? It is marked on today's chart. Let's make cooking fun and join my stove at a dot. Add it on your Facebook card. Cheers to happy cooking.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, when did you write this up? I must have missed it.
I know, I don't know, for some reason, some of my stuff is just not visible. So I have no idea what's going on with the settings and the Facebook group. Yeah. Yeah, I
But
wrote
it
it a
was
while
beautiful.
ago. Yes.
You should add it back on again.
Thank
Wonderful to have had you, Abby. Thank you for taking the time out. I know you're busy. I'm going to see you tomorrow in your show.
Thank you. Yes, guys, stay tuned. Thank you so much, Shehla. And thank you for having me. Toodles.
Toodles. Bye.